Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kim. My dog Kirby is floating around as well. I started this channel as a part of my postpartum journey. I haven't been very connected to any sort of postpartum group that is focusing on health and wellness. And honestly, it feels a little overwhelming for me right now to go out into my community during COVID and find just a group of people, of women. So I'm going to try to connect this way and share some exercises that are working for me and have worked for my postpartum journey. And I'm hoping that you all will share things that are working for you and send videos my way, and we can just create this amazing platform together. I found COVID postpartum to be pretty lonely, so this is my way of branching out, sharing my knowledge, getting knowledge, all of that good stuff. I've been grateful. I'm still part of an aerial dance company in Portland called AWOL Dance Collective. So I've continued to move my body postpartum. And honestly, towards the end of my pregnancy, I was able to do quite a bit as well. So I'm grateful for that. I feel like that's not everyone's experience, and that's totally valid. So please take what you want from these videos. Don't feel pressure to do them exactly as I do. I'll offer modifications and different things as well. But if an exercise isn't speaking to you, please just do your own thing or rest. We all need rest. I wanted this more to be encouraging and uplifting, and that's what I'm focusing on. So I'll share my 3 exercises for my transverse abdominis that have been helpful in getting my diastasis recti to come back together slightly. And yeah, please share yours if you have exercises. I would love to hear it. As you can see, I decided to keep this pretty simple. I don't have the highest quality video. I have tummy time stuff over here, laundry over there. So again, just keeping it simple, keeping it real. So let's get started. I have 3 transverse abdominis exercises for us. We'll start off in a tabletop. And the goal of all of these exercises is just to maintain a pretty clear form. So we don't want to overarch or round. First, just finding length through the spine, energy out through the crown of the head and the tail. In our rib cage, we want to imagine these 2 points. So here I am arching, and we want to imagine these 2 points just knitting together slightly. I find a lot of breathing exercises have been helpful too. So maybe there's some breathing exercises I can bring into this in the future. We're just going to start with opposite arm and leg reaches. So the arm and leg come up to hip height. Arm as close to the ear as we can get it without arching and compromising that space. And we lower back down. We try the other side. And lower. We'll do a few more sets of this. And another important tip, just to help keep everything engaged in the correct place, I want to try to avoid opening that hip as well. So staying truly square. I always tell my dance students, if we had headlights on our hips, we want both headlights to point towards the ground. Good. 2 more sets. Here's 2. And lower. Other side, 2. And lower. Last one, reach. And in. And reach. And in. And from there, we'll make our way onto our back. And the most important thing for this exercise is we want to keep our lower back on the floor. And for me personally, 3 months ago, if I tried to bring my head and chest up, which is an option, it's just now becoming a real true option for me. But if you're up here and you notice coning of the belly, Like and that's not really happening for me anymore, which is great. I'm making progress. But if the belly starts to dome, and you'll know because you'll look and you'll be like, okay, there's like a dome there. Then I think it's better just to focus on keeping the head and chest on the ground. So go ahead and gauge, bring it up, see if it's doming. If it is, rest the head and shoulders on the ground. So sometimes we just need permission to do less. So this is me giving us all permission to do less. And I'll do it with my head and chest on the ground the first round. Our legs are going to come parallel to the floor at a 90-degree angle, knees over hips. Okay. And then again, check in, low back on the floor, trying to take out the doming. If you get doming here, just trying to get the low back to the floor, take a deep exhale. And you'll feel as you exhale, you can kind of hone that in a little bit. Okay. And honestly, just being here at the beginning of my postpartum journey was an ab exercise. So maybe this is where you want to chill out, just focus on low back to the floor. If you're ready for a little bit more, we're going to tap our toe to the floor and lift the knee back up. And then switch sides, other toe, and up. And we don't have to go all the way to the floor as we do these toe taps. We just want to go as far as we can maintain the control. And just keep going with this. Keep breathing. Exhale as your toe comes to the floor. Inhale as it comes back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Good. 4 more. 4. And in. And 3. And 2. And in. And 1. And lower. Good. Let's bring our feet to the floor for a moment. Giving you a couple of options. If that was plenty for you, and I already feel my abs firing, but I'm going to go to the next step. But if the next step doesn't feel good for you, just repeat what we just did. So same thing, 90, 90 toe tappers, okay? If you feel ready for a little bit more, we're just going to add more length to the leg that's traveling towards the ground. So instead of staying at 90 degrees, allow the toe to go out a little bit further so the leg is halfway between bent and straight, and then bring it back in. Okay, so we're just taking it a little bit further. And each time you do these, we're going a little bit more if you feel like you can start to control that, okay? So bringing the knees up. This time I'll bring my head and chest up because that's a new advancement for me. And I'm going to enjoy that. So we have to celebrate our progress. And from here, we'll take 10. Either doing 90-90 or more length and leg. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep breathing, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Rest. Feet to floor, head and chest to the ground. In. And deep breath out. Nice. I forgot to mention as well, feel free to put music on. I wanted to just focus on making sure you could hear me today. So feel free to put your own music on. The next exercise is, I call these heel drags. So one leg will lengthen all the way from here. So soles of feet under the hips, knees hip width apart. You can't see my knees, but go hip width apart. And again, chest either up or down. I prefer to keep chest on the ground so I can focus on keeping my lower back pressed towards the floor. We're going to do 10 of these, so I'll show first. You just slowly extend one leg and then flex the foot. And keeping the low back on the ground, drag the heel back in. I'll show on my front leg so you can see. The leg slowly just lengthens. Flex the foot, toes towards the ceiling, and pull it in. We'll do 10 of those together, starting with one leg. So here we go. Extend. This is one. And take these at your own pace if you need to go faster or slower. 2, 3, 4. Same thing, knitting the ribs together in the front. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Your last one on 10. Okay, let's take a supine spinal twist just to end our exercises. So extend one leg, draw the other knee towards your chest. Opposite hand to the knee, and the other arm extends out to the side, arm on the floor. Draw your knee across your body and twist. This is a great place to practice our breathing as well. Taking deep breaths in and out. The stress of motherhood can be pretty intense the first few months and beyond, let's be honest. Draw knee to the chest and lower to the floor. Other side, other knee to the chest. Opposite arm. And lengthen the arm out to the side. Draw that knee across the body. And I want this channel to just be about focusing on what we can do. So if at any time things don't work for you, feel free to skip over them. And then draw your knee back into your chest. And then go back to the floor and lower down. Let's make our way up to seated. Well, great job. That's all I have for us. I wanted it to be super simple. So that's my goal, is to just keep posting videos and be like, okay, here's a 5-minute workout that you can do between feedings or whenever is convenient. You can do 2 minutes here. If the baby cries, pause, come back to it. Maybe one day I'll do a 10-minute video, 30-minute, etc. So I'll try to incorporate different lengths so that way you have a good plethora of options. But this core workout has been pretty essential to my getting back to movement practice and what's really felt helpful for me. So I hope it's helpful for you, and have a wonderful day. I'll see you for the next